Stop settling for less than what you are worth. Just because something has manifested into your energy field, it does not mean that you have to accept it. It does not mean that you have to say yes. You can definitely reject it and tell it no. Do not be afraid to reject people, places, or things. Do not be afraid to tell somebody, nah, this isn't what I asked for. This isn't what I want. You deserve to get what you want. And when things show up in one form, pretending to be what you thought you manifested, you have the right to look further to say, you're not real. I reject you. But the thing is, most people are afraid to say no. Most people accept anything because it looks good. Remember, all that glitters is not gold. And when you are glittering, when you are the light, when you are shining bright, you're going to attract those things that you asked for and those things that you didn't ask for. So you have to use your discernment to be able to make the right decision to know what is actually showing up as those things that you actually intended to receive. Because there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. There are going to be a lot of things, people, places, opportunities that may show up into your life appearing as those things that you thought that you would have wanted. But if you look closer, it's really not the thing that you have asked for. So you cannot, Spirit is wanting to know, are you able to use your voice chakra, your throat chakra, if you're able to use your voice to say no? If you're willing to accept something and you know it's not what you desire, then Spirit like, oh, okay. Well, if they okay with it, why am I going to give them more? Because you're clearly willing to settle for something less than what you asked for, rather than knowing your worth, adding tax, and waiting for something even better to come along. See, when God does something for you, when the universe is blessing you, you better believe if you ask for a slice of bread, you're going to get a whole store full of bread. Not just a whole loaf, not just a roll. You're going to get a whole store full of bread. If we know how to give good gifts as parents, as people, as humans, you better believe that Spirit, the universe, God, however you want to label it, it's only one energy. We're all one energy. But you better believe that it knows how to give the most amazing gifts. So the point of this video is for you to know your worth, and don't be afraid to reject anything that is less than. You're applying for a job, and let's say you ask for, we'll just throw something out there, you ask for $100,000 a year, and they come back saying, oh, we can only give you 60. You're faced with a situation at that point. Yeah, you got bills due. You got to feed your kids. You got to feed yourself. Are you going to accept that $60,000? Or are you going to say, you know what? I'm worth $100,000. And I am not going to settle for anything less than what I deserve. And I trust, I have faith that what I ask for will show up. It has no choice but to show up. So what are you going to choose? I know me. I'm going to choose that $100,000. And I'm going to have to respectfully decline. Thank you, but no thank you. And really, I'm not going to say thank you because it's actually an insult to my intelligence. Because I am worth, I'm going to look at you crazy. Like, I know you didn't just come back and offer me only $60,000 when I said I'm worth $100,000. Especially if you have the budget for it. You get what I'm saying? You can apply that concept in relationships. Do you know how many people are in relationships that were only meant to be lessons, but you're still in that connection because you were afraid to reject it because it kind of looked like something that you asked for. It was partially what you asked for. You asked for this, and this, 5 things, let's say, but it showed 2 things. So, oh, 2 is good enough for me. So let me take this. It's better to have that because, oh my gosh, what if what I really asked for isn't out there? That's that fear kicking in. And so you are in a connection and a relationship, in a job, wherever you are, whatever your situation is, all because you were not knowing your worth, all because you didn't want to reject something or someone. When you know from jump, you should have rejected that person. You should have rejected that offer. That's why you're sitting at the job now unhappy. And what was really meant for you, if it came by, you wouldn't even accept it because you didn't got comfortable now. And now you don't want to leave that thing or that person or that place. You're afraid to grow. You're afraid to expand. You're afraid to get bigger. You have to eliminate fear out the question, because when you know your worth, there is no fear. When you know your worth, baby, you ain't settling for nothing. You're fearless. You do not settle. It's like you'll riot and protest for what you want, for what you deserve. So the message is to know your worth and stand on business. Stand on business. Ain't that what everybody's saying right now? Don't allow anybody to cross your boundaries. Stand on business and mean it. Charge what you're worth. Even if you have your own business, stand on your business and charge what you're worth. And make sure you're adding value as well. And don't discount who you are. Don't discount your prices to reach a lower vibrational group. Because that's not the type of business that you want to attract to yourself anyways, right? Right. So whatever your situation is, whether it's work, relationship, your own business, or the geographical location of where you live, you're afraid to leave your hometown or just the city that you're currently in because you didn't got comfortable? Because you're too afraid to go where you know that you are worth more? Because it may challenge you a little bit? That's a good thing. So know your worth and stand on it. And watch how the universe delivers even more than what you could ever have expected or imagined. And that's the other thing. You got to expect it. But I'm going to do a whole nother video on that. You have to expect it. But most people don't expect more for themselves. You may say you do, but do you really? Do you really? But do you really though? These are your messages. Thank you guys so much for tapping into my energy. 808 on the timer. Okay, you are very, very abundant and fruitful. So accept your abundance, accept your fruitfulness, and don't accept anything less. Reject it. Reject it. If it's not what you want, reject it. Go ahead and interact with me by clicking the like button on this video, and also by clicking the link in the description bar to book your one-on-ones. And I will see you all in the next one. I am Nayla LATRICE. Peace.